In this video, we are going to write the equations of linear functions in different ways. We're going to look at a graph, and we'll look at it given a slope and a point, and we'll look at it given 2 points. So the easiest way is when you have a graph like this. If you can find your slope and your y-intercept, then there is no work to be done if you can find those. So if I look at this graph, I can clearly see that there's a y-intercept at, what is that, -1. And so that's going to be my b. Then I'll have to remember how to count my slope. So remember to count your rise over your run. So I'm going to find another point. Here's one right here. And I can count my slope. So if I go up 1, that's a rise of 1. And then I go to the right 2, then my slope is 2. And that's going to give me my m. So that's super easy because in slope-intercept form, I now have my m, which is 1/2, and I have my b, which is -1. And so I have my graph in slope-intercept form. Let's try another one. So do I have a clear y-intercept for this one? Yes, right here at this point. So I have a y-intercept at 1, 2, at 2. So again, that's my b. And I have a slope of, first of all, it's going in the downward direction, so my slope is going to be negative. So from this point to another point, I think this one right here is a good one. I'm going to count down 1, 2, so that's down 2, and to the right 1, 2, 3. So that's an m of 2/3. So when I have my equation, y equals, my m is -2/3, x, and then my b is 2, so +2. So that is the easiest way that it can be done, but it is not always that simple. So let's take a look at this kind of an example. Given a point and a slope. Okay, so I have a point of 6, -5, and slope of 1/2. So when we have a point and a slope, we want to use point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And we will plug into that formula. So here's my point, my ordered pair, which is an x and a y. So there's my x1 that will go here, and my y1, which will go here. And my slope, don't forget, is m. So my slope will go here, and I will just plug these numbers in. Okay, so I have y minus y1, which is -5, equals m. M is 1/2. times x minus my x1, which is 6. And now I will just simplify this. And once I simplified it, it's pretty much going to be in slope-intercept form. So first thing here, I see a negative times a negative, which gives me a plus. And here I have to distribute 1/2 times x, simple, 1/2 x, and 1/2 times negative 6. So half of 6 is 3. So that's a negative 3. And then if I combine my like terms, put my like terms together, I have a number here and a number here. So I'm going to do the opposite of add. Don't forget when we're solving, we do the opposite. And I will subtract my 5. So I have y equals 1/2 x. Negative 3 minus 5 is negative 8. And here is my y equals mx plus b. So I have a slope of 1/2 and a y-intercept of negative 8. Now we're going to write the equation given 2 points. And we're still going to use point slope form, but we will have to find a slope first because we don't have that. So this is example 4, and I have the points 9, 2, and 3, 10 on my line. Okay, so for point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Don't forget that we need our point and our slope. Here we have 2 points to choose from, but we need a slope. So we need to find the slope first using the slope formula. Do not forget that your y's go on top and your x's go on the bottom. So here's my slope. I have my y's, y1, y2, or vice versa. So don't forget, it's always subtraction. Oops, and what am I plugging in? 2 and 10. So 2 and 10. And then for my x's, I have x here and an x here. So 9 and 3. All right, so what do we have? When we simplify this, 2 minus 10 is negative 8. 9 minus 3 is 6, which reduces. And just to remind you, alpha y equals 2 minus 10 over 9 minus 3. What do I get? I get negative 4/3. So here's my m, which will go right there. Okay, so now it's time to plug into slope-intercept form or point slope form. Now, it does not matter which point I choose. I'm going to do it with both to show you that we get the same answer either way. I'm going to do it just this once. All right, so if I choose this one first, it's going to be y minus 2 equals my m, which is negative 4/3, times x minus 9. All right, so y minus 2 equals negative 4/3 x. Negative times a negative is positive. 4/3 times 9. Let's do that. So negative 4/3 times 9. Oops, negative 9. And I get 12. 12 is my answer. And then I will finish this up by adding my 2 to be over here with my other number. And I get y equals negative 4/3 x plus 14. Okay, let's see what happens if we use the other point. So y minus 10 equals, again, my slope is negative 4/3 times x minus 3. All right, let's see what happens here. So I will distribute, and I get negative 4/3 x. Negative 4/3 times negative 3 is a positive 4. And this just stays the same. Then I will add the 10 to get y equals negative 4/3 x plus 14. So as you can see, it does not matter which point you choose, we get the same thing both ways.